Being a people pleaser is a dangerous game. Let's talk about it. Welcome and welcome back to RyRobio, where I'm helping introverts become and remain confident in themselves. Before we hop into the dangers of people pleasing, let's first talk about what is people pleasing. People pleasing comes in many shapes, sizes, and forms, but at the end of the day, it all boils down to you doing something for someone else for them to either like you or because you don't want them to be upset with you. Long story short. The next thing is, where does people pleasing even come from? I know it's a question you may have, but it usually tends to come from childhood, where when you were a child, you always want to make your parents happy. You don't want to make them upset. So you'd always do any and everything to make them happy. And with that, growing up all of those years could roll over into your adult life or your teenage life. And next thing you know, you're doing the same thing with people because you don't want people to be upset with you. You don't want them to be mad at you for not doing things they want you to do. And you don't want them to say no as well. And on top of that, you may have picked up the habit of not saying no because growing up, you're told to respect your parents, do what your parents want you to say, do what your parents want you to do. Don't really say no. Even though you say no when you get older, at the same time, it is what it is. But a lot of us didn't say no, never said no before. And it just stuck. And now you're stuck people pleasing, even to now. And it also comes from us being human. We like to be liked by other people. And us knowing that when we say no, it'll upset the other person. And not being able to deal with people being upset with you, it can be a bit tough, but that's okay. All right, with that explained, let's go ahead and hop into the dangers of being a people pleaser. First things first, you will lose yourself trying to make everybody else happy. Sounds kind of obvious, right? Like, yeah. Of course you're gonna lose yourself people pleasing, but let me explain. Because one of the hardest parts about being a people pleaser and trying to make everybody happy is, regardless of yourself or who you are, you're gonna become different people to make different people happy. Because whether you're trying to be Johnny, Freddie, Bobby, Sarah, Elizabeth, Elijah, whoever, somebody's gonna like that person you're becoming, and somebody's gonna hate that person you're becoming. So regardless of who you are, or who you become, somebody's gonna like and dislike it. But at the same time, you lose yourself because you're creating different characters for yourself, in a sense, by becoming different people, acting a certain way because you want a certain person to like you. So it's like this. If somebody doesn't like you for you, they don't deserve to be in your life. Point blank. Because the truth is, you can't make everybody happy, regardless of what you do. If you won $1 million today and you decided, hey, I'm gonna go and build houses for the homeless. I'm gonna go feed the homeless. A lot of people will love that. And some people will be like, wow, you just wasted all of that money because you could have used that money to buy dog houses or bird houses while you're using it for homeless people. See, somebody's always gonna have a different opinion and just always have just a different way of looking at it, and they're not always gonna like it. So at the end of the day, just remember, somebody's always gonna like you. Somebody's always gonna dislike you. Don't let that discourage you, but also don't let that stop you from being you. And I'd be lying if I said that was the most dangerous part out of all of this. Another danger of being a people pleaser is you want approval from other people and not even yourself. The reason that's dangerous, I know it may seem harmless on the outside, but think about this. If you have to get approval from other people, that means you're not approving yourself, meaning that if other people don't approve of you, you're going to reject yourself and you're going to neglect yourself, and you're not going to be the best you that you can be unless somebody tells you X, Y, and Z. For example, if you wanted to be a basketball player and you felt like you was real good, you was so good you could go to the NBA, right? Let's say you kind of felt like that and you kind of didn't feel like it. You was like 50-50 the entire way, right? With that in mind, let's say Johnny comes along. Johnny's your cousin. He comes along and say, hey, you're garbage at basketball. You're trash. You're bad. Just don't even try it. With that in mind, you're like, okay, maybe Johnny's right. Maybe I am garbage at basketball. And you know what happens after that? You begin to believe what Johnny just told you. But at the same time, let's flip it. Let's say Johnny says you're great at basketball. You're amazing at basketball. You're going to believe it. But the dangerous part about it is now you've given Johnny power over you by influencing how you feel. The same person that can make you feel like crap can be the same person that make you feel great. And also the same person that can make you feel great can also be the same person that make you feel like crap. You follow me? So when it comes to validating yourself, you gotta do it on your own and not really depend on opinions from outside sources or people, because they can flip-flop. We're human. People can flip-flop just like that. So when it comes to you and yourself about anything you're trying to do, or even just yourself in general, validate yourself, compliment yourself. It might still feel weird. Just compliment yourself. Look in the mirror, say, hey, I look good. I'm a good looking person. And believe it. Don't just say it, believe it. But hey, are you guilty of either of those though? Be honest, have you ever done either of those? People pleasing can really be damaging, mainly mentally and emotionally, because what the biggest part about people pleasing and it killing you on the inside is when you decide to not speak your mind and hold in what you want to say because of somebody else may not like you because of what you wanted to say. You're gonna hold it in. It's like, okay, you hold it in. First time, no problem, nothing bad's happening. Second time, okay, it's boiling, okay. Third time, boiling hotter and hotter, coming up. Fourth time, just keep slowly rising. More and more you decide to hold it in. And by that, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. You ever been in a situation where you wished you would have spoke up, but you didn't? You decided to hold it in, and now later on you was like, yeah, I wish I would have said that. I wish I would have did that. I wish I would have just a whole bunch of different scenarios of how you wish it would have went. And now you're just sitting there like, man, but let's change that up. Let's change it to something that happens on a day-to-day basis. Let's say you're dealing with Sarah. Sarah's a bully. Sarah's always coming to you talking trash for no reason, right? Let's say Sarah always has something mean to say to you, and you have a good comeback that could shut Sarah down and make Sarah leave you alone for the rest of your life. But you decide, hey, I'm not gonna do it. I'm the nice person. I'm not gonna do it. I don't want any trouble. I'm just gonna take it, ignore her, let bygones be bygones. Yeah, that works, but all in all, that continues to happen. You know what's gonna happen? You're gonna end up resenting Sarah because you didn't speak your mind. And what you wanted to say to her, it's gonna stay inside of you. And it's gonna bubble up inside of you. And you're gonna just be sitting there like, Over time, as it's bubbling up inside, it's gonna make you have some strong emotions towards Sarah. And I don't mean lovey-dovey emotions. I mean more like you're gonna secretly start to hate Sarah and resent Sarah. And you're not gonna tell her how you feel through your mouth. You're gonna tell her how you feel through your body and through your voice without doing it through your voice. How does that make sense? Let me tell you. The way you're gonna do that would most likely be the way you talk to Sarah. Sarah calls your name. Hey, how you doing? To other people, you'll probably just talk to them normally. Sarah.
Hi. So, yeah. And you know what I'm talking about.
You probably drop your eyes like this and give it a dry voice. Give it a dry talk. Pretty much be dry with her all around. A way you can avoid that is by just speaking your mind. Even if it makes the person upset, they're not gonna be mad forever. Nobody holds grudges forever. Speak your mind, get it off, so it don't stay within you and bubble up and turn into that ball of hatred, that ball of fire, come out later on. You don't want that, trust me. One of the biggest reasons, biggest dangers of being a people pleaser is you get manipulated without realizing, and you get taken advantage of, which sucks. I'm sure you had that happen to you before, where you were so nice, thinking that the person likes you, and next thing you know, this person's constantly asking you for favors over and over and over. Every day or every other day, they're just constantly asking for favors. You're like, you don't want to say no because you don't want to be that friend that's like, I don't want them mad at me, so I'm just gonna do it. I'm a good friend, I'm gonna do it. You know what? That person sees that, they're gonna continue to do it over and over and over. But that's one of the dangers of being a people pleaser. And to be honest, it's not a forever thing. You're not stuck being a people pleaser. It's not something that just gets on you and now you're stuck with it for the rest of your life. No. All you have to do is take step by steps to break out of it. Next thing you know, you're free from it. You look back at what you used to do, laugh at it, then boom, go from there. If you haven't seen my other video on people pleasing, it'll be in the description box below, and it looks like this right here. But hey, if you made it this far in the video, go ahead and drop a like, your thoughts, and check out the next video on screen. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.